Hi, I'm Eddie from Softworx, and I'm absolutely delighted to be joined by John DeLozier, or JD. JD, how you doing?
Good, Eddie. Thanks for having me. All the way from Scotland to Miami, man. Softworks, congratulations on all your success, and love to be able to sit down with you.
Thanks very much. Very, very kind of you. No, it's great to be talking to you across the pond. So, John, a couple of questions around UcaaS I guess a personal question as well. So this is just going to be a quick chat for anyone that's watching. So, John, what's motivating people to go down the UcaaS route these days?
Yeah, I think there was a move to the cloud before the pandemic. I mean, the obvious answer is there's a lot of movement because of the pandemic and what's happened. Communications are essential, but I think that we were moving in that direction, and the data shows it. I think that there was just an acceleration based on the fact that people have to communicate together, and so I think the motivation is it's work from anywhere now, and so you have to have a reliable supplier and a reliable partner to work with to get that done. And I think that's why we've seen the big move.
Okay. So when talking to someone, who's just about to embark on a UCaaS journey, what's the one piece, if you were to give them one solitary piece of sage advice, what would you give them?
Yeah, the advice would be don't rush it and make a narrow decision in a vacuum. And I think that's what we saw during the first year of the pandemic. That our friends at Forrester said that in the first 4 weeks of the pandemic, $15 billion a week was spent on point solutions. So things like we'll buy voice here, we'll buy video there, we'll buy messaging here. And what's happened is as the smoke's cleared, and I get why they did it, by the way. Hospitals got to stay in business. Schools got to stay in session. I get the reasoning. But as you fast forward to today and the smoke's cleared, it's like, okay, we made all those decisions, and these different avenues, these best in breed solutions don't speak to each other. And that's the value proposition at 8x8. We are a best in suite platform with analytics across all channels. And so my advice, of course I get paid to say it, is bring your business over to 8x8 and our best in suite platform, but you really should think that through because it can cause you a lot of problems down the road.
Yeah. I mean, it's a fast moving industry. And I've heard about XCaaS. Now that's a new one. Or not
Yeah,
anyway.
yes, you're
What's
on top of your game. Yes, XCast this week we revealed it. And it's about, the contact center and UC meeting. It's that crossroad. Now, at 8x8, our platform is called X Series. And so XCast is something we introduced to the industry analysts this past week into the world. It's all over the web. You can catch it on LinkedIn, catch it on Twitter. And it's really that combination. We found that contact center buyers want their non-contact center voice users to be on the same platform and vice versa, because we want to measure those things. I mean, if you've got an 800 number set up in a contact center and people are skipping your 800 number and calling your receptionist and she's transferring them in, you probably want to know that.
yeah,
And you can't know that unless those platforms are talking to each other and measured together.
yeah. Okay. Yeah. And Softworx as a business, we do a lot of work with 8x8, and we take 8x8 into a lot of our clients. We get a really good feeling about your guys in the UK. You've got dedicated people in Scotland, you've got dedicated people across the whole of the UK and obviously across the world. Culturally, what is it that's different about you guys? And let me ask you a further personal question. Apart from the culture, what do you like about being part of the 8x8 family?
Yeah. June 4th will be 3 years for me.
Huh?
And I've taken the program globally in the last 2.5 years. They gave me the license to get it done. And it's a few different things. First off, one of my mentors told me early on, when you go into any business deal, there's three things you always have to remember: the people, the people, and the people. And to me, it's about relationships, being able to lean on Keith Jackson, my leader in the UK, bringing in Lisa Aiken and so many of those other
Yep.
folks that you work with. It's all very important to us. Every person is looked at carefully. We do an exhaustive interview process because, to your point, there's so many different elements. We're not going to ever be perfect with our customers or our partners. You know that. Nobody can promise that in the technology business. But when it all goes south, if you've got those relationships and you've got the trust of your partner and the trust of your customer because of your culture, and they know you're not going to quit on them, that takes it to another level.
Yeah.
So Culture is very important to me. It's very important as a fabric of 8x8, and you'll see, no matter how big we get, that'll be a very critical thing, us paying attention and holding on to this culture that we've created.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant. No, John, that's been absolutely brilliant catching up with you. And to everyone that's out there watching, please click on the link below, follow the link below. We'd love to spin up a demo, show you what 8x8 is all about in a little bit more detail under the covers, and be great to catch up. JD, thank you very much. Great to speak to you.
Eddie, thanks for having me. I cannot wait to get over there and see you in person, and maybe even then, maybe we could do a sit-down live chat. That'd be fun.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, and you could get one of your guitars out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, you bring the pints, and I'll bring the guitars.
Now we're talking. Cheers, John.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. You too. Bye-bye.